I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Natural Resources Board, regular meeting for Tuesday, April 5th, 2022. If we could, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we have roll call, please?
Yes. Mr. Stadelman.
I am here.
Dr. Carrier.
I am here.
Ms. Callahan.
Present.
Ms. Lovell.
Present.
Dr. Moseblack. Dr. Moseblack. Ms. Valenzuela.
Present.
Mr. Bradley. Mr. Bradley. Ms. Ware.
He just popped on.
Mr. Bradley's getting logged in.
Okay, thank you.
Present.
And Mr. Carano.
Present.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion for approval of the minutes for the March 1st, 2022 meeting?
I make a motion to approve the minutes. And I second it.
Can we get a voice vote for approval of aye?
Aye.
Any nays?
Aye.
Thank you online for participating as well. We'll move on to item 5, announcements. We'll do item A, Tree City USA designation for the City of Sebastian Growth Award for 3 years.
Yep, so this is our third year of the Growth Award. We haven't really delved much into it, but and it accompanies our 20-year milestone of Tree City USA, and only 22 cities or municipalities in Florida received this distinction, so that puts us in like the top 5%. So that's pretty awesome. And it's based on like a point system in 5 different categories. You have to submit documentation for different categories of things that we do. One of the main things is our tree protection plan that we had done a couple years ago for Riverview Park Complex, and the things that we've implemented since then with the new path and improved irrigation, different plantings, native plantings that were enhanced. But we have to present all the documentation on these things. Yeah, it's a pretty great accomplishment. We're pretty excited about it. And they sent us new signs, so those will be going up somewhere up Main Street by the end of this week.
Well, that's really great. I mean, for 3 years in a row, it shows some dedication and commitment to the trees in this area for what we're responsible for. And trees are home to a lot of different things, a lot of different bugs, a lot of different plants, as well as giving us shade, works on the air. No downside to planting more trees. Does anybody else have any other input on Tree City USA designation? Anybody participating online? Well, thank you very much, Kim, for keeping us informed of that and all the work that you've done to keep that going for Tree City. I guess we could use that for Arbor Day and Earth Day as well. We'll make sure everybody knows about it and incorporate it through that.
We did a press release today for the Tree City USA 20 years in the Growth Award, and the Tree City USA actually sends you a press release format, and then with a picture of our new signs, and we're doing a proclamation at next Wednesday's meeting for Arbor Day. So.
And then, of course, you can always, if you want to plant a free tree, I think Pelican Audubon Society is still doing the free trees with Dr.
Yep.
Baker. So just contact them. They got pines, oaks, mahoganies, and a lot of different plants. So they start out at about 2 or 3 feet tall and got about as many as you want. Okay, if I don't have any more input from anybody on the board, we'll go to item 6 for public input. Is there any public input today? Is there anybody online?
There's nobody online.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to item 7, new business. Do we have any new business we need to discuss today for the board? Must be getting near summer, close to Earth Day, isn't it? Everybody's got Earth Day. I see it on everybody's face today.
The meeting before Earth Day, we don't usually have a lot of new business to
No
discuss.
new business. We got Earth Day.
We will for the next meeting, though.
But that's really good. It's really good to see the progress and everything that's been happening. And everybody here is still here on the board, participating as much as they can. Just that alone is great business. Okay, we'll move on to item 8, old business. Item A, Earth Day and Arbor Day celebration planning. One item by item discussion and board member updates and event day assignments.
You know, we'll start with, because he's here, is Brian O'Neill online on Zoom? No? Okay. If he pops in, can you let me know? He said he would pop into tonight's meeting to give an update on the entertainment. So we'll go ahead and start then. So today, we had the meeting with the city staff about, chairs, tables, and the standard things and where we're blocking the roads. And we also, afterwards, Ron and I went over all of our vendor applications and started giving them all their locations from previous years and assigning them new booth spots, and we're full. So at this point, I have some spots I'm saving for environmental organizations that have said they would probably be participating, but have not sent me an application yet. And there are a few unassigned spots I haven't put booths in. I really want to save them for last minute organizations are a priority, but at this point, any vendor applications we receive are going to be waitlisted. We always have a few cancellations at the last minute because things happen. So, so that's, I don't think we've ever gotten there before.
Wow, that's really great.
We're all filled, and it's all kinds of great stuff. There's soaps and jewelry and all these things made from recycled items and repurposed, and just incredible, really neat.
I mean, that's really amazing because I get to look back when I first started. It's like 5 years now, and we're talking about this time, and we're like trying to get through all the vendors, and I barely could get on the computer, and it still came together then. And now, this far along, it's just really great to see everybody's participating and really excited.
With MIS, putting our applications online has been really important, and then it automatically sends notice to my email and Ron's, and then puts them into a folder. And so they're instantly, I can see the names that have, without reading the email or reading the whole application, I can see the names that have applied, and I can, thinking in my mind that who's applied. And then Ron has been so important to the planning of this. Being able to have Ron give his time from Leisure Services to help with this has been incredible. Some of the environmental organizations we have already on board, in case there's any you have connections with that you don't hear, please contact them. Just send them a link to the website. We have Indian River County Mosquito Control, Friends of San Sebastian River, Pelican Island Conservation Society, Clean Water Coalition, Indian River Neighborhood Association, Treasure Coast Community Health, Indian River County Solid Waste Disposal District, Keeping Indian River Beautiful. The Humane Society Thrift Shop is going to even come out and bring some items and bring a couple dogs that are available for adoption.
Nice.
Yeah, Marine Industries Association, the Elks Club, Indian River Aquatic Preserves, Sebastian Inlet State Park, Puzzle Piece Farm Animal Rescue.
Wow.
I'm still expecting to hear from Wild Florida Rescue as well. Yeah, they've been really busy with their Restore Our Shores thing. I'm saving their spots too. So I'm expecting that they'll come.
Marine Resource Council?
And they're busy with their report card. I'm also saving them a spot. So those are those three groups, and then the Mars Bird Rescue, the pirate ship, the pirate with the parrot.
Oh, right.
He made it very clear he intended to come back again, and he emailed as soon as we sent out the invite, so I just haven't seen his application yet, so I'm still saving his spot, because he can only fit in that one spot. So there will be spots that will open if they don't come through, but. And then we have almost 50 vendors, so it's pretty awesome. If anyone's listening, we do have some food vendors, but mostly snack vendors, so we could use a good food truck.
Okay.
And The waste management is set up. Donnie, you want to give an update? The art club, I have you in the same spot as last year.
That's good, that's fine.
Okay.
Yes, we are, we took the poster that you designed and we added another piece of art to it. So we printed them out and we distribute them throughout the city, all the like hotels and bed and breakfasts and things like that. We put them out, Hiram's all along the river. And so that's what we usually do for all of our shows. So they're ready to go out. And I've been talking to the teacher about the posters, and she's excited. She's all on board with that, so we're good with the posters. And we got the prizes.
Tell them about the Fine Arts Fest.
Yeah, so the Fine Art and Music group that does the festival in January are donating Michael's gift cards for all the winners of the poster contest this year. So that's good, because last year I was knocking on doors for prizes, so.
And they reached out to us. That was
So,
really
yeah,
awesome.
So that's really good. So that's another box checked. So I think we're pretty good. We're in good shape.
Yep. And Sebastian Daly has donated the grand prize again, the River Cruise tickets for the scavenger hunt.
Nice.
Let's see what else. It's really moving right along.
And we have the face painters too.
Yeah, man, they were so talented last year. Let's see. Brian O'Neill isn't on yet, I guess. But the entertainment is set up. We have Chaos Sound, Jason Nail, Golden Euchers, Robert Johnson Band, and that sound was great. And then we're doing the Tai Chi demo also to open the event. The NRB website, I keep updating it for the event. So every time I create a document for it, like the entertainment schedule or the site, whatever, random documents that I create for this or press release, I'm putting those documents on there constantly. So if you have anyone interested in the event, just send them a link to the website because everything they need is in there. Let's see, we have Be a Go for Tortoise set up. We'll have volunteers running it. And Dr. Carrier is going to be picking it up ahead of time because it does not fit in my car. I have scavenger hunt need discussion, but we've nailed it down. Nikki Mosbeck and Ruth will be taking the lead on that because we're not doing I don't know why I didn't change that. We're not doing the GPS-based hunt, traditional hunt, and we got the prizes from Sebastian Daly. All right. The other activities, that's the list we're putting together. We just assigned all the booth locations. And so we put on the applications. Do you want to host, would you like to host an activity? We have a lot of great response, some new things this year. So we're going to compile a list of them, and then next week I'm going to call them all individually and see if there's any supplies, because we do have paints and brushes, rocks, we have sidewalk chalk. We have a lot of different art supplies from activities past. So I try to offer those things out to them to see, or if they need tables or volunteers. So I try to get all that hashed out, and I'll go through those next week. Ruth, you got an update on the volunteers?
Yes, we expect to have the Boys and Girls Club sending about 6 volunteers. The Sebastian Charter Middle School, sounds like they're going to have some students and parents. I don't have a count on that. And the Eco Troop, the person that was here a meeting ago, they're going to be sending a couple of girls in here as well. So I think we're going to have a good number of volunteers for the day. And I'll be sure to have them go and help out with various activities that we've already talked about.
I think it went well. Like, we kind of had them cycle a little bit, and then also do the scavenger hunt so that they could spend some time enjoying the event as well, so they weren't just working. And some of them want to get wet, some do not, so we'll let them know that we have a flyer created for the oyster event. We need to arrange to, if we can wait out there and just pull off one of the oyster mats and see how they're doing. Maybe? Maybe the end of next week or something?
Yeah, I'd be glad to
Kind of
help with
assess
that.
how the ones from last year are doing.
Let's talk about it after the meeting and pick a time when we can go out there. We can either walk out or take a boat if we want to go to the deeper areas. But there's some that certainly are shallow enough to wade to.
Right. Just got to bring a clipper to cut them off.
Yeah, I have one, I have a set in my car I found that we used to use for wire clippers on those mats, so don't use good ones. They're like meant for those, they're rusty. And we need to know how many mats I need to order for this year, for the observation pier.
Do you
since that
recall
works.
how many we had last year?
25? Does that sound right?
We were going to put some on the other piers as well.
Well, however many you think will be accessible. I think the volunteers made pretty quick work of it last year.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
do more than 30.
Yeah, we
because
could do
We'll
more.
put some on the observation dock, and then we have the whole other side of the dock we did last year, so.
I don't see any reason why we couldn't have at least 40 or so, as long as we have sufficient wire ties to be able to do that.
Oh, yeah, I ordered a whole pack, like, I think 300 of them.
Oh, that should do it.
Yeah.
Are they going to drop them off in the same location near the shoreline that they did last
Yeah,
year?
that worked out good. That's a good spot. And they left it like 2 days before, but no one's going to touch them. They don't even know what they are, right?
Okay. Well, we can talk about a time to meet and go clip one down, and if there isn't a convenient time, I'll go down there, clip one down, and photograph it and distribute the photograph so we can see how well it did.
And just get me like an exact number to order, and then I'll contact the coastal engineering.
I really like the flyer that you have specifically for the Living Dock event, so that was nice that I had that link that you forwarded to me. The volunteer groups are interested in participating in that. And I do recall that last year that it did go very quickly, and that some people came and like, did it already occur? So you've listed it as 2 hours, and my concern is even with 40, if you go to 40, whatever your count is, that you're going to be done way before 2. So I was wondering if we needed to update the flyer to be a more compressed time, like noon to 1, instead of saying, somebody shows up at 1 and everybody's done. Just a thought.
Okay.
We'll put the people that come after a little bit late, put them on car wash duty.
Car wash. That's not very environmental.
Just teasing, just teasing.
Okay, and I think this has not, I know I updated this, I'm afraid this might not be the right version of this. But of course, the flyers are out. They've been posted everywhere. We did a full press release with the flyer. Sebastian Daly just contacted me for more details about the event. They are going to post some more about it. And Margarita, our information officer, public information officer for the city, she did a full press release thing on it. So I think we're out there. If anybody would like some flyers to put around anywhere, just let me know. I'll print them out for you. I think that covers it. That's the main things we need.
Kim, did you send that flyer to us in email by chance?
I sent it to
can you?
everybody by email.
Okay.
And then I also sent you the link for the website. If you go to the NRB website, you can, on the sidebar to the right, you can just click on it and download it.
Okay, thank you.
And we're wrapping this up.
Whoa, wow. Let me first ask, does anybody have any comments on anything that we spoke about so far in old business?
I have a question for you about the online. I sent you a list of online calendars. So
Yeah,
are you taking care of that?
Yep.
Then, okay,
Yep.
I just want to make sure
Thank
one
you.
of us was.
I did, and some of them contacted me. Yeah.
Just a quick question about logistics. What time would you like us there? And Charles, you and I want to set up the flags again at dark 30, and for the various locations, we can do that.
Yes,
Yeah, we're gonna
sir.
need someone to park over by the, not park, but, to stand post over where the food trucks have to pull in, because you have to pull up the cones for the food trucks and make sure that no one else parks there to unload, so that the food trucks can get in their spot. And last year, I had someone on it, but it was someone that didn't show. It was a volunteer who contacted and wanted to work with the event, and then she never showed up. So by the time I got there, by the time Michelle Faulkner had run over there, but someone was already unloading, and we had to make them leave, and it was a whole ordeal. So we really need someone to post over there. And we're going to tell the food trucks and the food vendors they need to be there. They need to be set up by 8, because they need to put that barricade up on that road then, and so we'll put that in the vendor packets. And important to remember that no pets are allowed at this event.
No pets.
Kim, is there a loading and unloading for the vendors?
Always, yep. We send this map that I make every year. We update, and it has exactly vendor loading, unloading
Okay.
zone. So it's very clear where it is, and it's all, they mark it off with cones, and it's and it stays open there for them. They still end up unloading from everywhere, but we try.
Is there any additional comments from anybody here? Anybody participating online have any comment at all?
Did I hear what time we're meeting that day? What time are we showing up?
Well, who were the two that were going to show up early to set
Right.
the flags? And then everyone else should be there by 8.
I think we were there about 6:30 or something
Yeah,
like that.
before the sun comes up, and then Kim shows up with coffee and donuts.
And donut holes, yeah.
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled
Really?
it,
Scrambled
whoa.
eggs? Whoa, what time is that?
Whoa. Look, my husband's the cook, not me.
We didn't say nothing about you cooking.
And he's working,
Same place
he
you got
always
the-
conveniently is working a double shift on Earth Day. I don't know how that works
Yeah, I
out.
know. Huh? Where is this guy?
Will you be giving us a date so we could volunteer to do the seed packets
Yep.
and full brochures?
Yeah, we're going to discuss, how is this Thursday? Is anyone available this Thursday for 2:30?
3:30.
3:30.
I'm available, strangely. That's 2 days from now, right?
Uh-huh. Is this Alessandra?
Yes. Yes, this is awesome.
Okay. And
I am.
Donna? Anyone else?
I
won't
be
know
in,
until
I'm not
Thursday.
sure. Yeah.
Are we going to do it here or over there?
At your,
It's,
yeah.
you got the big table, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should be able to.
Okay. So I'll send out a notice of the event, and where we'll meet, Alessandra, is we go to the art center that's next door, the building next door to City Hall.
Okay, got it.
But I'll send out the notice, and we got, I ordered seeds from a new place this time, and it's really nice. They're really nice. Great variety. I got some feedback that there weren't a lot of, that they weren't great seeds. Yeah. So, and we put an awful lot of them out there. So I looked for a better provider, and this is American Meadows, which is a really good provider of wildflower seeds. So I'm pretty excited.
I recall that we ran out in the morning last year. Just so for a quantity perspective, we'll want to at least exceed what we made last
I
year.
think we only did like 200 last year. I have enough stuff for like 400.
And what about the other packets like we gave out last year? Are we going to put them together too?
I leave that to the master gardeners. And now they can have volunteer events. They couldn't have them last year. So if they want them out, they can assemble them, or they can ask us, but they haven't contacted me yet. So Nikki Monroe from IFAS, she's going to contact me, she said, this weekend about Earth Day. So I assume the master gardeners will be there. I don't know who or what they'll pass out, but that folder is really nice. So I hope that they'll do that again, but we'll have our brochures regardless, so. And our new stormwater director, she'll be out there at the stormwater table, so.
Excellent. Does anybody else participating here have any other questions? Does anybody participating online have any questions? Okay, that'll end discussion for item 8, old business. We'll move on to item 9, member matters, and we'll start down with Mr. Tom.
I have nothing today. Everything is already geared for Earth Day.
Yay, okay. Ruth, member matters?
Yes, is it possible for Earth Day for this year that we can get Tom one of these shirts? He still does not have a shirt after
Who doesn't have, you don't have a
all of his
shirt?
great work for a couple of years.
You wear a green shirt, I don't even think about it. Or-
It's only been 2 years, no rush.
Look, you need at least like 5 before you get a shirt. I remember when I had been here for almost a year, and they're like, oh, you can't until you're past probation period. I'm like, how long is probation period? Can I get a shirt?
Well, I must still be on it, so.
So you're on double secret probation?
Yeah, there we
So,
go.
yes,
That's
we'll
right.
get you a shirt.
Do you have anything else, Ruth? Ms. Ware?
No, I'm looking forward to it. I just hope the weather cooperates.
It can't possibly be windier.
No.
Dr.
And if it
Carr?
rains, we're in trouble because we've got like 20 soap vendors.
Jeff?
Just one quick question for Kim. I recall at the last meeting when we had the presentation on those mattresses that were made from recyclable materials, did they consent to participate in Earth Day, for example, and demonstrate?
I'll be honest, I have not had time to reach out and follow through with it. I'm sorry.
Right.
Eco Troop will be. I will follow up with that, Kim, if you'd like. That will,
Like if we could do the plastic bags thing, like where we make the plarn, that would be really neat. A demo. Yeah, like a demo.
I will contact them and see if they will be willing to, they'll have to do an application to have a table or something.
We'll put a table up right next to the Gopher Tortoise booth. Look, right across from us is the Gopher Tortoise. We'll just put right next to that
Okay?
if they want to do that. And then it'd be for as long as they want to. If they just set it for a couple hours and do a demo, then that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will contact them.
Thank you.
And we're still discussing member matters. Anybody, let me see who we have online. Jessica, are you there online?
I am, Charles, and I have no comments. Thank you.
And Alessandra, do you have anything?
No, thank you.
Is there anybody else online that I may have missed that have anything? Mr. Bradley?
No, I don't have anything, thank you.
Okay, the only thing that I have is everybody sees the Indian River Lagoon Coastal Community Report Card. Comes out from the Marine Resource Council. And it's very interesting. It looks like our area has a C, but with that being said, there is a big improvement in clarity and turbulence and things that are in the water we're trying to get rid of, but the seagrass is just dying off.
And that's what, so last Tuesday, MRC spoke at the Environmental Learning Center, and they were talking about, there's just so many factors at play in the seagrass and the manatee starvation, this whole unusual mortality event that we're having right now. And they, you assume it's poor water quality, but water quality has improved so much and clarity has improved, and yet we still aren't getting seagrasses. So there's a lot of factors that play when you look at anything in the environment. But in this particular, they're doing MRC is planning a study on testing for certain herbicide active ingredients in the water. So that's a water quality test that they're doing. in certain areas where they're having particular problems. And part of the discussion is, we could plant the seagrasses, but the problem is we don't know why they weren't there to start with, and are we wasting our time planting them in an area where they don't want to grow, and we don't know why. So we haven't been able to pinpoint the problem. So so all this information just brings more questions, and thankfully there's a lot of organizations putting a lot of their resources towards it. So it'll be interesting to see the research that we get, hopefully in time to rebound the populations. But
Kim, is there quantitative data on the lagoon? I mean, they always say the same few things, but I never see any data that tells me how many milligrams per liter of nitrogen they're getting, or phosphate they're getting, or herbicides they're getting, or are they just anticipating that that's an issue?
when they do water quality, they really only test the fecal coliform and nutrients. The herbicides are a very expensive test, and that's what MRC is raising the money to test for these active ingredients. So it's something they regularly test for. And St. Johns River Water Management District, they do all the testing in our area. And if you go on their website, you can actually pull up all their data from each site. And it's pretty consistent. Some places they don't check every year. It's kind of a reactive, like some of the tributaries, they test as a reactive thing. Once this place, further down the line has a problem, then they start checking up. So you'll see some of these spots, like in the San Sebastian River, aren't regularly checked, but actually Orca has these Kilroy devices, and they have one right off Del Wembro Park, and it reports every day, water quality, clarity, nutrients. It's really neat. I check it out all the time just to see what's going on. Like after heavy rain, it's neat to watch the things. Not neat, but interesting to follow. But St. John's has incredible tables of data, and that's where they pull this data from.
And when I was watching her talk, one of the things she was wanting to stress, and she was really pressing this point, and she also has it in her report card here. She has a program she's calling it 1,000 Points of Life, and that's the initiative that she's doing for the water testing. What she's asking for are basically citizen scientists to join her in this because it is very expensive, and they're going to have to figure out a way of doing this. So if you'd like to learn more about this, you can go to savetheirl.org or contact the Marine Resource Council at 321-725-7775. And that's for the 1,000 Points of Life Citizen Scientist Testing Initiative.
Can we hear that phone number again one more time, Mr.?
Yes, the phone number is 321-725-7775. And it's at savetheirl.org. Okay, I think that's really all I have. Is there any additional member matters anybody needs to discuss that I may have missed? All right, if not, we'll move on to item 10, staff matters. The staff does
I
matter.
was going to talk about the report card, but I think you covered
Oh, I'm
it.
sorry, I stole your thunder. I need something to talk about.
It's fine.
How about way in the back? And thank you guys for everything that you do. The website and the mobile app is just really phenomenal. It's come a long way from where we were, from basically, I don't want to say nothing, but it's very interactive now. And I remember listening to, yeah, we're going to get that, we're going to do that. And it was like, one day there it is, and it's gotten better every single day. So I want to say thanks to everybody in the background. And
The new format that they've adopted makes it so easy for me to go on, and I can change things regularly. Like, if right now something changes, I can just go in and fix it, and it takes 1 second. I can even fix it from home if I need to. So it's great how easy it is to use.
Janet, do you have anything today? No? Okay. All right, then if nobody has anything, we will move on to item 11, items for next agenda. Earth Day event discussion. Do we have anything left to discuss?
Well, we like to wrap it up, with
Right.
some notes, because I do take these notes and I do pull them out next year before Earth Day, and I look through them. And we make sure these things are addressed, like extra weights for the tents.
Ooh, that'd be a good one this year.
So it's important that we have a wrap up. It doesn't have to take long. We have a lot of other things going on. I didn't want to dig into them, right before the event, but we have a lot of things to discuss at the next meeting, so I'm looking forward to it. A lot of stuff going on.
We just had Shrimp Fest with the Rotary. Wanted to thank you guys for doing the sidewalks. It was really, really nice with the extra wide sidewalks now, and they're all smooth, so that should help us this year. Okay, anything else you want to discuss about Earth Day discussion? Anything else? Anybody?
Keep checking your emails.
Okay, if that's it, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Thank you, Dr. Carrier. And can we get a voice vote for yay for adjournment? Aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Yeah.